Hey, making a quick video here explaining my method for ancient wyverns. They're not the best way to get the shield, but I prefer it. It's more fun doing this method over killing the regular fossil wyverns. So drop rates are 1 in 10,000 over 1 in 12,000, but they are much slower to kill, so it's not the most efficient thing here. But I like the method. You can do an entire task in one trip. You bring about 10 to 12 prayer potions. Dragon Warhammer helps. Alk runes, the Bone Crusher, which is this necklace in my inventory, and you can bring a uh, teleport out. I have the max cape, but just bring your fossil island teleport, and you're good. You can do an entire task in 2 divine combats, and you get extra combat potions, so 2 divines should be enough. Then along with that, you just bring food. So the method relies on redemption, a whole bunch of prayer potions to redemption with. It's not the easiest thing to get used to at the start because the attacks are similar. The timing is pretty simple, but knowing when to flick redemption versus keeping your melee on is kind of important because the melees do hit 15 plus even though they're inaccurate. So I'm writing some of the instructions down in the chat box. So you can start flicking it from 19 HP because the max hit is 10 of the Dragon Breath attack. You can risk it, but if that's why you bring food. So if you do happen to be on 10 HP, you just eat your food to be safe. If you die here once or twice, the entire method is really useless at that point. So also another reason to bring food is that your inventory is going to be filled up pretty quickly with drops. You can see at the bottom of my inventory I've got alks, I've got some noted items and fossils, along with numalite if you want to collect that. So, eat some food at the start. Another thing that's worth mentioning is if you haven't lost aggro yet, you want to turn on your redemption in between kills so that you don't get caught off guard by a bunch of Dragon Breath attacks in a row. The melee prayer really is just for when you are actively fighting them and is actually much less damage than the Dragon Breath attacks, which you can't pray against. Another thing is if you do lose aggro, which happens pretty quickly, try to avoid the south west corner of the room because I find that that's where you uh, get out of aggro range sometimes. Not the worst thing to happen, but this is a lot more doable if you don't constantly get aggroed when you're picking up your loot. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Just flick redemption in the right timing. Take some practice. The magic hits, by the way, they hit max 3, and the sound is a little different. So you know when it's a magic hit, but also after the sound of the magic hit comes the sound of the Dragon Breath attack without it being Dragon Breath. So it's really annoying. It can surprise you thinking it's doing an attack, but it really is just the second part of the magic attack. And the magic attack hits really low, 0 to 3. That is all there is to this method. This task I finished 56 kills in one trip, so it's really nice, and it speeds things up considerably. Thanks for watching.